It's good, G Life. It is your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It's free, it don't cost a damn thing. You help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Madness Society M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Check out the playlist where I have my videos in their own folders. That way you don't have to keep scrolling. Makes the video you're looking for a lot easier, whether it's just reactions, gang shit, all that, their own folders. Now, what I wanted to talk about, but besides me wanted to talk about, a lot of people hit me up on the Cash App, wanted me to talk about this subject. I seen a lot of channels had already discussed it. But right here, we do cover Chicano rap. We talk about music right here, you know what I mean? It's not just a street gang channel, you know what I mean? We talk music right here, too. Chicano culture and all that. So obviously, this having to do with all that. We're going to speak on all of it. Now, a lot of people have been saying this, and that, that Swifty dissed Bozo's, Familia, that Misfit came out with a rola dissing Little G, all kinds of shit. Spencer. So we're going to touch on all of it. First, we'll get the Swifty and Bozo topic out of the way. Now, they said that Swifty dissed Bozo's family. Now, I didn't hear no diss. I think he said take care of your girl and your kids. Oh, no, he did diss his hyena. He said that his hyena, with the who. One thing I'll say to that is that, homies don't carry themselves like that. We don't diss people's families. We don't diss people's girls and kids. That's just something that homeboys don't do. We don't do that kind of stuff. It's what separates us from a lot of groups, you know what I mean? That we carry ourselves above that, you know what I mean? We hold ourselves to higher standards than to behave like other groups. It's what separates us. No shots at no other groups. I'm just saying the way it's structured, we show our homies not to do that because kids and, people's loved ones have nothing to do with the streets, have nothing to do with your guys' beef between, individuals. So to be insulting family and kids is outrageous, bro. It's a no-no. It's just something that we don't do. Because, like I said, they have nothing to do with it, and you're not tough by doing it. You know what I mean? That's disrespectful. If your issues with an individual, it's just you and that individual. You don't go after his family. And like that's just how we're shown. We don't carry ourselves, to go and be messing with people's families and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And especially when they attack kids, because that's a damn shame. You know what I mean? Because a kid's innocence, and for somebody to want to come and stain that person's name through the mud, or a kid, it's far from crazy. It's far from down. It's far from gangster. Homie, it's really out. That's just something that we don't do. But like I said, individuals will carry themselves however they choose. I'm just saying that we're just not shown that to do those kind of things. You know what I mean? If our issues with that individual, we just it's between them two. And that's truly how homies carry themselves. That's how we're shown. But maybe he was caught in the heat of the moment and stuff happens. You know what I mean? That's no excuse, but because at the end of the day, it is structured some way, and we do. When he said, no old person's gonna dictate my program, but I'm pretty sure he was talking about Bozo. I'm pretty sure he wasn't talking about his neighborhood or hierarchies and stuff like that, because we're all gonna take orders from somebody. We all gonna fall in line, to somebody. You know what I mean? That's the way it's, the program goes. You gotta respect your elders, meaning your elders. But I get where he's coming from. Like if an OG is trying to insult me from another neighborhood, it's gonna be like, man, f you. You know what I mean? But if it's somebody from my barrio, it's like, all right, it depends on homie and wuti wa. To a certain extent, depending how they talk to you too, you know what I mean? Because you just can't let yourself be ridiculed by no individual, you know what I mean? You're a man nonetheless before anything else. And if somebody's really coming at you in a disrespectful manner, then you handle your business, regardless if he's older or not. You don't let yourself be, insulted and stuff like that. Punked, because we're shown not to let ourselves get punked by anybody. But like I said, if they're giving you clecha and stuff like that, then you listen. You know what I mean? Homies los regañan. You know what I mean? We get grilled sometimes, and we just own it. You know what I mean? We fucked up. They're giving you their wisdom because they're looking out for you. You know what I mean? Not to be asked, but they're looking out for you. But like I said, if they're calling you fucking bitch or whatever, then it's like, nah, that's not gonna fly. You know what I mean? But like I said, if they're giving you consejos, and but like I said, depending if he's from your neighborhood and stuff like that. when prison is different, but we're talking about the streets. Prison is a whole nother. It's a whole nother pedo that we're not gonna dive into. You know that, and now here's different things when it comes to all that. But you're gonna mind somebody regardless. You know what I mean? Um, so family's off limits, and I think that's what he meant it when he was talking about the whole bozo issue. And I had already talked about his change, that is his pedo. If that's what he needed to do, that's what he needed to do. I mean, like I said, sometimes shit happens that's out of our hands, and we got to do what we got to do. Can't nobody hate on the man for that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So that's for that issue. Now for the Misfit and King Little G issue. I was hearing people. Hold on, I'm thirsty. Damn, my fucking soda got hot as hell. This Coke always gets hot. Should have got a Sprite. They last longer. Nah, but when it comes to Misfit Soto and dissing King Little G, what they quote unquote say that it's a diss track. It's not a diss track. I heard the rola. It's not a diss track. I don't know why people say it's a diss track. It's not a diss track. It's a song, that where he's speaking about his point of view on the whole King Little G situation. But it's nowhere or even should be considered a diss track. It's not. Misfit Soto in that song, shout out to Misfit Soto. He has talented individual. His wordplay, his overall storytelling, his beats creation, because he makes his own beats. Phenomenal producer, beat maker, rapper, all in one. He's a Swiss Army knife. Phenomenal, talented individual. I've been saying that from the start. Because we've been reacting to all of these guys' music since the get-go, you know what I mean? I have the reactions right here. You can look them up on the playlist. I've been showing all of these guys love, so when people be like, hey, why you don't be, reacting to his music or his music? Like, bro, have you checked out the playlist, bro? I reacted to all of these guys' music and several of their songs. Go check them out. They got talent. I've been saying that since a long time. But when it comes to, Misfits overall, selection of beat, what he says in his lyrics is always phenomenal. He was giving his point of view on how he sees the matters, right? He was pointing out on how he views the situation, how he's seen it, growing up and how he sees it now. He was just giving his overall point of view. That's all it was, bro. It was, a diss roll as if he would have gone on there and said that King Little G's a woo 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 and a witty witty why and F you, and that's a diss roll. Right here he was just saying that, imagine if he was, to support the raza, how he was saying that, Dre should have helped him out, he should do the same. Like I said, not dissing him, just, pointing out and critiquing some of his own actions. But that's not an insult. It's not a diss. He's not saying, oh, you are, woo because you didn't do that. And he's not saying that. If you hear the rola, that's not what he's saying. You know what I mean? He's just giving how he sees it, but without insulting the man. So therefore, it is no way in hell even close to being a diss rola. He's just giving his point of view. So when people hear it, keep that in mind. I know people, are saying it's a diss track. It's not a diss track. He's simply giving his point of view, and that's it. See, people confuse just because you disagree with somebody, right? Or you're calling them out on something does not mean that you dislike somebody, and doesn't mean that there's beef, and doesn't mean none of that. It just means that you guys don't agree, and you guys could agree to disagree. It's perfectly fine. You guys can still be camaradas and homies and all that. There's a lot of things I don't agree on with my homeboys, but they're still my homeboys. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, F you, dog, you're not my homie no more. See, that's the thing nowadays. People don't know how to agree to disagree. They think just because somebody doesn't agree with you that all of a sudden there's beef or this and that. Nah, everyone's entitled to their opinions. You know what I mean? Just because someone disagree with you doesn't mean that they don't like you and stuff like that. It just doesn't mean that you guys just don't agree to this subject, and that's it. That's all it is, bro. People make too much of nothing. People have to know how to respect other people's opinion. Hey, if that's how that vato chooses to see it and what he chooses to, live his life by and all that, that's him, bro. It's not affecting you or your plate or nothing that you have going on in your day-to-day. So, like, why are you getting so bent out of shape and so mad for? If that's how that vato wants to see it and live his life, then let him. You worry about you, my boy. It's not affecting you in no way, dog. It's not making you lose money. It's not making you lose your job. It's not making your girl leave you. It's not affecting you in no way, shape, or form, bro. So why are you getting so bent out of shape, bro? You know, just because he sees it that way doesn't automatically mean now it's gonna change and warp your whole entire way of living. It's not. So therefore, why are you getting so mad for? People are allowed to see it and choose to live how they want to, bro. You know what I mean? And you guys could agree to disagree and still, be able to coexist, amongst each other. It's retarded to think otherwise. So it's not a diss, Rola. It's a really good track. I recommend you guys go scope it out. And I agree, you know what I mean? On his overall point of view. Like I said, at the end of the day, don't think I'm taking shots at King Little G. I'm not. You know what I mean? Talented individual. I've been saying I own his albums, bought his albums. I have always said he has a lot of skills. He could rap, bro. I've been saying that. All of these guys could rap. All of these guys, I fuck with their music. All of these guys, I, react to their music. They all have talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, in some senses, some individuals are wrong and some, are right or, are giving my overall perspective. But I'm no way here insulting nobody and saying that they're lames or, wooty wooty wah, bro. Um, but like I said, that's overall my opinion, how I view the matter. What do you guys think? Go ahead and leave your opinions in the comments. I'm curious to always hear other people's opinions and points of views on how they view the matters. You don't got to agree with me either. Like I said, you can have your own opinions and, that's cool. I always like to get different people's perspective because, it allows me now to see it from a different angle and stuff like that. And I'll take that into consideration. But overall, that's my opinion. Leave yours in the comments and shout out, we out.